Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out from Yemen. We've got reports as of yesterday that it looks like the Houthi rebels have once again successfully attacked another ship. We've got the commercial vessel MV Tutor here on the screen here for you. This is a photo for reference. We don't know if it's the exact ship, but I just got it for reference there for you. So looks like they were able to strike this thing using an unmanned surface vessel. So this is more like a naval drone that was used. And what was being described was there was like a 5 to 7 foot white object in the water that was most likely a naval drone that struck this thing. And when it struck the boat, looks like the boat started taking on water. It flooded the engine room, and it's now at risk of sinking. So looks like they may have had to abandon the ship at some point, considering that it caused severe flooding. But yet again, another major attack on commercial vessels here in the Red Sea. And even though I don't report these every single day, we're having attacks on shipping pretty much every single day. I've got a CENTCOM report we're going to go over here in just a minute, where CENTCOM forces are still pretty much every day shooting down multiple cruise missiles, ballistic missiles that are targeting ships, drones, unmanned surface vessels, naval drones, you name it. The Houthis are continuously targeting ships every single day. It's just not every day it's being widely reported that they strike these ships. But once again, we've got another major attack here. So I want to show you some information to talk about this some more. First, I want to show you this from U.S. Central Command. It says June 12th, U.S. Central Command update. And it says here, in the past 24 hours, U.S. Central Command CENTCOM forces successfully destroyed 3 anti-ship cruise missiles known as ASCM launchers in a Houthi-controlled area of Yemen, and 1 uncrewed aerial system, a UAS, launched from a Houthi-controlled area of Yemen over the Red Sea. Separately, Iranian-backed Houthis launched 2 anti-ship ballistic missiles, or ASBMs, from Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen over the Red Sea. There were no injuries or damage reported by the U.S., coalition, or commercial ships. Additionally, 1 Iranian-backed Houthi unmanned surface vessel struck MV Tutor, a Liberian-flagged, Greek-owned and operated vessel in the Red Sea. MV Tutor most recently docked in Russia. The impact of the USV caused severe flooding and damage to the engine room. This continued malign and reckless behavior by the Iranian-backed Houthis threatens regional stability and endangers the lives of mariners across the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. So, wow, this has just been going on for, about 6 months now, 7 months, that these attacks have been continuing. And I've reported so many of these attacks on ships, many of them successful attacks. We still had that one attack. It was back, I want to say it was in March or maybe in February. It was several months ago, where we actually had a ship that was targeted by multiple ballistic missiles, and we actually had some casualties. I believe these were Filipinos on board, and it was very, very terrible event that day that happened. I remember covering that, and we continue to see this, okay? This is happening more often now than it was over the past few months. It looks like the attacks are starting to pick up heavily now. I just reported maybe a week or so ago of another ship that was hit as well. Okay, so we're continuing to see this happening further and further as we go on with this war and happening in Gaza, and that's the whole reason the Houthis are continuing to do this. They said they will continue attacking ships in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden until the Israelis stop their assault on the Gaza Strip. So I want to show you this as well. We've got a report here on BBC. It says ship severely flooded after Houthi attack in the Red Sea. It says here, U.S. military says a Greek-owned ship in the Red Sea has been hit by an unmanned surface vessel launched by the Houthis in Yemen, causing severe flooding and damage to the engine room. The Royal Navy's UK Maritime Trade Operations UKMTO office said it received reports of a ship being struck in the stern about 66 nautical miles southwest of the rebel-held port of Hodeidah in Yemen on Wednesday. The vessel was taken on water and not under the command of the crew, UKMTO stated. No casualties were reported. That's the good part, though. Again, thankfully, nobody was injured in this attack from what we know. The Iranian-backed Houthis claimed responsibility for the attack, saying it had targeted a Liberian-flagged vessel named Tutor using a sea drone. The Houthis have been attacking ships in the Red Sea in support of the Palestinians in Gaza, causing significant disruption to world trade. In a statement, Houthi military spokesman said the ship was attacked using an unmanned surface boat, number of drones, and ballistic missiles, adding that the ship was severely damaged, vulnerable to sinking. The ship was targeted because the company that owns the ship has violated the decision to ban entry into the ports of occupied Palestine, the statement said. U.S. Central Command CENTCOM reported that one Iranian-backed Houthi unmanned surface vessel USV struck the Tutor, which it said was most recently docked in Russia. The impact caused flooding and damage to the engine room, posted on X. CENTCOM added that its forces had successfully destroyed 3 anti-ship cruise missile launchers in the Houthi control areas of Yemen in the past 24 hours, as well as 1 drone launched from a Houthi control area of Yemen over the Red Sea. So see, these attacks are continuing every single day, even though I'm not reporting on this and many other outlets are not exactly reporting on it. If you go on U.S. Central Command's website, almost every single day they've got updates that basically show that the Houthis are targeting ships almost on the daily. It's just not every day that a ship actually gets hit. This continued malign and reckless behavior by the Iranian-backed Houthis threatens regional stability and endangers the lives of mariners across the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, it said. The armed Houthi group sees itself as part of an Iranian-led axis of resistance against Israel, the U.S., and the wider West, and has declared its support for Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. So very crazy, guys. Once again, another major attack on a ship. And something that I just wanted to add real quick is I did a report recently talking about Russia with Vladimir Putin, the president. And he came out recently, he was in some sort of interview, and he was telling the interviewers, or the people that were interviewing him, that they were planning to start sending weapons to other enemies of the West. Okay, so that would include the Houthis. He said the Houthis were one of the people on their list. There was like the Houthis, potentially Venezuela or maybe Cuba, and start launching attacks on Western countries, including the United States. So the Houthis, I'm sure, were happy to hear about this. And just imagine if they were able to start receiving some of the high-powered ballistic missiles or cruise missiles or maybe even the hypersonic missiles coming from Russia. And imagine the devastation that could start to happen here with these ships that are coming through the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Now, that hasn't happened yet, but it's something to think about, that if this actually does happen and Vladimir Putin starts to arm Western enemies like Yemen, for example, right now, this could make it very difficult for the CENTCOM forces and coalition forces to defend the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. So I kind of just wanted to throw that in there because it's a report that I did recently, and it kind of ties into this whole conflict happening down here near Yemen. So let me know what you think down below. But that's going to be it for this update. Just want to let you know what's going on down here. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.